This one. Okay, recording is on. Thank you so much, Deb and John. And I'm switching this owners at the submary.com. So you guys are not talking bad about me, is that right?
Oh yes, we are. We're talking under our breath, but yeah, we're trashing you right now.
Okay.
It is storming very badly in Augusta, Georgia, and we're just talking about, we have an engagement after this, and we're talking about how to do that without showing up as two drowned rats.
You are in Augusta, Georgia?
Yes.
And I'm in Atlanta, so we are not too far from each other.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Yeah. COVID style neighbors, safe distance, okay.
COVID neighbors.
Yeah, that's what that is these days. You know, you have to have a safe distance. I say COVID style neighbor, okay. So
6 feet, 120 miles.
yeah, not a big deal. Okay, cool. So there are two questions I need to know the answers. First, you have seen all my questions.
Yes.
And here's my question based on my questions. That is, which book you are going to mention today?
We're going to mention Good to Great.
Okay, can I see the cover of the book, please?
The title, it's Jim Collins is the author, and the book is Good to Great.
Okay, so can I
It's
see?
a very old book, but still pertinent today. It's
Okay.
It's as young as it ever was.
Yeah, okay. So can I see the book cover, please?
Sure, I'm sure we have it on our shelf. Yep, sure do. It's right here.
Okay, keep it nearby to you when I ask that question in a live interview. I want to see the book. Okay. As you know, visuals are important. That can remind them to, hey, hold the book and buy the book, you know. So we want to, anyone has impacted anyone's, we want to make sure this good spread. So the second question is, how young are you? And I don't know who you should start with.
Well, how we're going to answer that question is that a talent-based company that focuses on talent and not what you look like, what your age is, what your ethnicity is, it's really an irrelevant question to us.
Okay.
So,
okay, understood.
Yep.
Understood. So you both are at least 18 plus, is it safe to assume?
I'm sorry, what
You
was that question?
You both are 18 plus, is that a safe to assume?
oh no, I'm 16.
No, I didn't. I know. So that's okay. So is it okay for me to safe to assume you're 18 plus both?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I just want to make sure, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, good. How this show can help you? What's your ideal outcome of this show? Being on the show.
Well, we actually do, and this is clearly just between us, but we do a lot of podcasts. And are you talking about the question that says, how can we support you?
In general, because
are you just asking?
I'm just asking you, we're not live yet, so.
Okay. I honestly, we don't know. We do a lot of podcasts, and I can't really say anything has ever resulted in a piece of business. But
ideally a prospect, ideally someone who hears something that they're interested in for their organization, and they reach out and they contact us. So ideally, it would generate interest, a prospecting interest.
And then who is your ideal client that with then?
Ideal client, organizations between 500 and 5,000 people. We do a lot of work in IT and high-tech pharmaceutical, high-tech manufacturing. So that would be our ideal client. Again, organization size 500 to 5,000. If you want to drill, we work in all kinds of. We work in healthcare. The Clemson Tiger football team is a client of ours. So we work in a whole bunch, but our heaviest sector is probably IT and high-tech manufacturing and research.
And how big is your team?
We have a core team of 6, and then we have, what, half a dozen facilitators?
We probably have about a dozen contractors. We have business partners, contractors, so the entire team is about 18 people.
Mhm. And how long is the engagement with the clients, your ideal clients? Typically 1 month, 6 months, a year, just a high level.
Typically about 3 months.
Mhm. I'm just curious how much you charge them.
What do we charge?
Well, for 3 months engagement with the 500 to 5,000 employees. I know it's a range. So what's the typical range?
The typical range is for a 3-month engagement, it's probably between $15,000 and $20,000.
Okay.
For an engagement where there's less interaction, but we just do a program and we do pre-reading because we have 2 books that we've written, and we do video for follow-up. It could be $8,000.
Understood. Based on your team, how many clients you can handle altogether? Your capacity.
I mean, we could probably do 30 clients, 40 clients.
Yeah, 30 to 40 active clients we could manage.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned how many active clients you have now.
Just under 20. We're just under 20. We have 7. No, I'm sorry. We have 15 active clients right now.
So you are working at a 50% capacity.
Correct.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Remind me at the end if we can actually help you to get to your capacity together.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm ready to go live unless you have any questions before I go live.
Nope.
No, we're good.
Okay, let's start. Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets, available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Deb Fortin and John Gregory Vincent. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guests, Deb and John. They both are the owners at thesubmarineway.com. Deb and John, welcome.
Glad to be here.
Very nice to be here. Thank you.
So
Thank you for having us.
So you both are business partner and
Partners in life.
partners in life. For how long?
8 years partners in life and 4 years in business together.
Let's see how you guys know each other well through this little quick interview. And let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who are you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Actually, that's an excellent question. I'll try to be brief because it actually is a long story, but I was asked to do a speech. I was writing for Diversity and Inclusion magazine, had been in the corporate world for about 25 years. I was asked to do a speech and I said, I'd be glad to do it. John, quite honestly, is one of the best speakers I've ever heard. And he was working for Gallup at the time. So I invited him to do the speech.
He volunteered me.
And of course, the organization that asked me to do the speech, they were thrilled to get John because he's a renowned speaker, really all over the world. And there were about 400 business leaders in this particular meeting. John and I kind of set out to, figure out what we're going to really talk about, because diversity and inclusion was my passion, knowledge of John's, but not nearly to the passion that it was of mine at the time. And so we wrote a speech about a system on submarines that drives inclusion. We delivered that speech. It's a 5-part system. We actually have a published patent on it now. And the reception at the meeting was incredible. In fact, we ended up leaving that meeting with people following us out to the car saying, what are you doing to help organizations put this system in place? And I said to John, when we got to the car, I have to do something about this. I ended up starting a book. And when I got the, when I got the outline from the publisher about when we needed to deliver this particular book, I ended up quitting my job and writing the book and then launching the company later based on the reception. So like I said, it's kind of really a longer story, but it's a story of passion, to be honest with you.
What are the top 3 mistakes to avoid?
We're going to put those in terms of what we shouldn't do. So for example, not considering scalability. So you're a small company, you're doing a good job, you're adding clients, but you're not positioned for scalability. I would say that that's a huge problem. Not continuing to do selling and marketing on a continuous basis is also a big mistake. And being too broad, trying to be all things to all people also is a problem in launching a business.
Yeah, I would say if you're starting a company, especially if you don't think your primary job is marketing and sales, you're not in the right line of work, because that's your primary job. What you deliver has to be good. But you're predominantly in sales and marketing, certainly for your first 5 years. That's your primary job.
John, if you don't mind, answer my next question. Here is the question. What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
I think our greatest failure is related to that marketing. We hyper-focused on being ready for growth, being ready on having a quality product to really make sure we were going to super serve our clients. We did not spend enough consistent time on marketing, on branding, on promotion. And so we had this wild, like, wow, client, nothing, and we realized first and foremost, we have to focus on that. So what we did is we reinvented everything to make sure that the first thing we focused on in the morning and the last thing at night was marketing and sales. So yeah, it caused us a lot of misfires initially, and then we hit our stride. So that was a pretty significant mistake that we recovered from.
Plus, you have to maintain your core business, right? If you're not delivering to your core business, then that's obviously a serious issue.
Mm-hmm. What are your top 3 success secrets others can model from? You can take one by one.
The number one thing is differentiation. There's a reason why the submarine is, so branded by us. That system came right off of submarines. It's completely unique. We have a published patent on it, and we laughingly say, the Navy should be paying us royalties for the system. So differentiation is really, really key.
The second thing is the branding that goes along with that. We very intentionally called, I spent 15 of my 20 years in the Navy on submarines. That's where the submarine way comes from. We could have called it Fortin Consulting Group. We could have called it lots of generic stuff, but we very intentionally branded it. And even though the active portion of this company is about 2 years old, as far as really being in the business market, you can go to Google, type in submarine way. We own the first 2 pages. We're heavily branded because we never say anything without submarine in it. And it's made us very unique. So branding is another thing that we've done quite well. And then I think third is sort of the opposite of scalability. We've always done everything with scalability in mind. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, but I would also say that our delivery, we put a lot of energy and emphasis in our delivery. So we always have a consistent delivery in the product that we provide to our clients. And our facilitators go through a certification program. If our clients are actually being certified to deliver our material, we actually make sure that our clients are delivering our material correctly. So it's flawless delivery.
Wonderful. We are about to move into lightning round. That means a quick question and a quick answer. And I want you to take, I'm hearing my audio back from your side. There's some audio issue.
There's an audio issue?
Yeah.
We have a professional studio, so I don't know what it is.
I don't know what the issue
Okay,
is.
let me see. I can hear myself back there. It's better now, it's gone. Okay, thank you. So we are about to move into lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. And I want you to take turn by turn. Let's see who gets what. Okay, and start with Deb. What are you grateful for today?
I'm really grateful that we have the opportunity to deliver something really unique to our clients, and that we found a way to deliver that actually changes cultures. It really does change cultures.
Deb, you want to take this question too? How young are you?
Well, a company that prides itself on equity and inclusion, we really think that's irrelevant. We really feel like talent, strengths, those are really important qualities, and those are the things that we emphasize in the businesses that we work with as well.
I'm going to take a wild guess. You both are 18 plus. The rest is all experience, and I'll leave it to the
Really wild guess, but perfect. Yes.
Rest is all experience, and let them be a judge. So,
Well said.
John, what do you want to do when you grow up?
We have a small goal. It was in our book. It's in our mission statements and a lot of things we do. We want to change the way the world works. We want to change how people are valued. We want to change how people are evaluated. So when we grow up, we want to look back and see that we made a legacy of lasting change in organizations.
Deb, how do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
We like that saying. In fact, it's in our second book of, Winston Churchill says, when you're going through hell, keep on going. So when you're going through hell, just keep on going. There is another side to it.
Yep.
John, how do you start your day?
I start my day with a little prayer and meditation, and then checking email and LinkedIn posts. Prayer, meditation, email, LinkedIn posts.
Deb, how would you answer this question?
Well, we actually start our day at different times.
Yeah.
So I start it with coffee. John brings me coffee. Then we start the planning process, and we figure out what we want to accomplish for the day.
Yeah.
And we set some goals, and we go from there.
What is the advice you will give to a younger yourself? Deb, you go first, and John, I want you to answer the same question.
To not be afraid to take a risk. I mean, I waited a long time. I spent a long time in corporate America before I took the risk. And I'm built to be an entrepreneur. And I did a lot of that in the business world. I built new businesses and evolved businesses, but I would have started my own business sooner, definitely.
And the reason that Deb and I zig and zag so well is mine is exactly the opposite. The advice I would give to my younger self is think before you jump. Because I spent most of my life going, yeah, what can happen? Let's just jump and see where you land. And that always hasn't turned out very well for me. So that's why we're a good balance. My younger self needed to be a bit more thoughtful and a bit less impulsive.
Once you have a revenue-generating idea, how do you convince your significant other, Deb?
Oh, we're easy. We're really easy. If we can lay out what the idea is, and we can do a proof of concept with each other, we're very open to accepting ideas.
Yeah, it's all about the best result. We don't really have ego in this. So if somebody comes up with something very cool, typically the other person gets excited about it quickly. We might have some discussions back and forth, but it's usually fairly easy for us.
I would say that's the same with our employees too. If they have a really good idea that they bring to the table, we all sit down and talk about it and figure out where we want to go with it.
Yep.
What is the impactful business book you have read, and what did you learn from it?
We refer to this so much that it's Jim Collins, Good to Great. I think it came out in 2001. It's about 20 years old. You can actually see the letters are worn off of it. Our client base, a lot of people think we're in the reclamation world. We're not. We actually take very high functioning teams, very high functioning executives, very high functioning managers, and help them get to that next level. They have a thirst to be not just really good, but the best. And that's the whole premise of this book. If you're a high functioning organization, how do you become a great organization? So it's a book we still refer to all the time. I've probably read it 20 times in 20 years, and Deb's done the same.
And I used it as a reference in our second book. So that so much of it is applicable to what we do.
Superb book. It's truly timeless.
Why being impactful is important to you?
Because I think the world is at a stage when it needs some help. People need help in how they interact to each other, how they see each other. I think there could be peace and more peace in the world, in this country, if they knew that there were ways to do that. And I think that we've done that. I think we've proven that. And I think we've rolled that out with our clients. And it is so rewarding to be able to see the work that you do and to see the changes that you've been able to make. So we really do want to change the world. We do. It might be a neighborhood or a business at a time, but that's what we want to do.
Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
I would say my living mentor is Brad McDonald, commanding officer of my first and fourth submarine. Anyway, I was on the submarine twice. He actually wrote a chapter in our first book on leadership. Our first book is Diversity and Inclusion: The Submarine Way. That was the one that became a bestseller in a bunch of categories. He is the most thoughtful, inspirational, but tough when need to be leader I've ever met, and inspired me every day. We haven't worked together in 20 plus years, but I still look forward to our conversations because he is a wise, sarcastic, caustic, brilliant person.
Deb?
Living mentor is hard for me because most of my heroes are no longer with us, like Martin Luther King, John Lewis. So I don't really actually have a living mentor. I wish I did. It would be wonderful if I was close to someone that I felt that. The closest I could actually say would be John. He's my living mentor.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one coming. Thank you, Deb.
Yeah. He inspires me every day. He truly does.
What do you want to be remembered for?
For what we're doing.
Yeah.
For changing cultures, for changing businesses, giving universities, young people a new way of thinking about how to build relationships and how to create teams, what we call community.
Yeah. That equity and inclusion isn't the right thing to do, which of course it is. Equity and inclusion is a powerful business strategy. If you develop your leaders through equity and inclusion, you change everything. And that's what we want to be remembered for, is redefining how we apply and deploy equity and inclusion in an organization. That's what I would love to be, our company, our legacy to be.
Who is your ideal client?
I think John talked about that.
Yeah, ideal client organizations with between 500 and 5,000 employees. We do a ton of work in the IT space, in the high-tech manufacturing and research space, and they are looking for partnering. We're not dictating to people. We're partnering with them to help them with things such as succession planning, leadership development, strategic planning, and really at the end of the day, through that lens of equity and inclusion. That's our ideal client.
And they're also good organizations that want to be great.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. They're high functioning already, but they want to be the best in their industry, not just one of the best.
Deb, how can we support you?
That was nice. I like that.
Actually, I'm going to let John take that one.
Yeah, you can support us again if you meet that ideal client size, and you are passionate about equity and inclusion, but are looking at it to build into your organization as a fundamental leadership principle, and you believe in our cause, which is to change the world, then we'd like to speak to you. That's how you can support us. Is you can get in touch with us. Because we can't change the world with 18 people, but we can change the world with 1,800 clients that are all doing equity and inclusion and looking at leadership in a different way. The best way to contact us directly, you already have it up there, thesubmarineway.com. There is 1,000 contact links there. So you can just simply go there. You can call us, you can email us, but that's how you can support us. If you believe in our mission of changing the way the world looks at equity and inclusion through leadership, then we'd love to partner with you.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to have your few words about your today's guest experience on the show. And here's my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
I enjoyed it. It was great. It's a very different format from what we're used to, but it was fun.
We really like 15, 20 minutes. We do a bunch of media and we much prefer this type of format where we can prepare a little bit, think a little bit, deliver hopefully very good content to your listeners, as opposed to that hour and a half kind of see where it goes type of format. So I like the succinctness of it, the intentionality of it, and it's probably a great listening experience, which I think is the ultimate goal here, that they learn something.
What would you say as a final word?
God bless.
Yeah, if you share our vision, please reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you and figure out how we can get you to go from good to great.
There you go.
Thank you so much, Deb and John, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes. Deb and John, I just want to let you know, you both are amazing.
Oh.
And you are not as good as you think. You are better.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I like to have a follow-up call with both of you to where we can help you to achieve your maximum capacity. What you said, I understood that your ideal client, and we can have a follow-up call where we can discuss in more in detail. Do you have access to your calendar right now?
I actually do, but I have to go. We take all phones, everything out of our studio.
Yeah.
So let me go grab my phone and then we'll be able to take a look. We have a Siberian Husky passed over the bed. Okay, take a look. Okay, next week. This week is definitely a shot. Next week, the statement day. Garrett's doing this session, correct? Right, the 18th. Yeah, Garrett's doing it. So. The 4-hour session on Wednesday. The 18th looks pretty good. The 18th.
Well, we have a webinar coming up. I want to make sure it's not the webinar.
It's the 19th. 19th, we have that 4-hour with Gap.
No, there's another webinar I have scheduled for Thursday. So
18th.
yeah, the 18th works.
Right. I have an appointment. I have a meeting at 4, but before that, I really don't have.
Which time zone you are in?
I have a 3 o'clock and a 4 o'clock. Deb and I have a 3 and a 4.
What time zone? What time you are in zone?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're right. We're Eastern.
Yeah. Okay. 3 o'clock. We can do it 3.
I can't do 3. I could do a half hour at 2. Actually, anytime before 2:30 on the 18th.
How about 12 o'clock? 12 o'clock?
10 o'clock?
12 noon.
Well, the problem is this,
Yeah, I
John,
know.
you have it on there twice.
I know.
The morning actually works better if you have availability in the morning.
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
something weird here. I've got.
Okay.
He doesn't-
It's okay. Okay. How about 7 a.m.?
7 a.m.?
Yeah.
No,
How about 6 a.m.?
no.
I know where you're going. That's why I'm taking you there. So, okay.
How about 10? Can we do 10 or 11?
No.
Okay. Then we're gonna have to look at another day.
Okay. What other day?
Monday we look good.
We do?
The 17th, yeah.
17, let me look at 17. What time?
We're pretty open.
Afternoon, anytime in the afternoon, we're wide open. I missed the 17th.
Okay, it's 12 noon.
Noon works fine.
Okay, it will be 12:05,
Okay,
and
you'll send an invite?
yeah, it will be a Zoom call,
Okay,
and you should have received it already. Please confirm so that it shows up on my calendar.
no, I have your earlier one, your earlier note, but I do not have anything from you.
I have sent it.
I would check junk.
Well, no, I mean, his email, your email at 9:53 last night came through just
It
fine.
doesn't matter. They'll still randomly screen them, so.
Okay. So I'll look at other. I don't see it there either.
Okay. We talk about 12 o'clock? Yes.
12 o'clock on the 17th.
Okay, I'm going to do it I don't know why. It didn't show me either. I put it on a calendar, it didn't show me. Did I put a wrong date altogether? It could be,
We'll keep looking for it
Yeah.
till we get it.
You're right. It did not show on my calendar too. Something happened. Very good.
Yeah, one of your emails at 11:21 went to junk.
Yeah,
So
that was the 10-minute heads up. The one from last night came right to my inbox. So you definitely have the right email address. You just
Yeah.
have to-
This is strange why it doesn't show. We are only relying on a technology,
Yeah, exactly.
17, it's still, it's taken from the system. It's not even showing me. How good is this one? Okay, why is never happened before? I do this whole day. Yeah, because you put on a calendar, it's there. Right now, I don't see it. Oh, it shows up. It probably delayed. No, you may want to check your email.
Let me do send and receive. Stuff from yesterday. It's showing up on my phone.
Yeah, likely.
No, I've got nothing. I've got nothing from you on my. Well, not that my phone should be any different, but sometimes a calendar invite will show up on my phone first, which it does not. So. Yeah, not coming through. I don't know why. Your other one came through fine. I mean, it went right to my calendar and et cetera, et cetera. Your update last night came through. So I don't know what's going on.
Try again.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's there now.
Okay. Thank you so much.
What they say, sixth time is a charm.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, Deb and John. Great to meet you.
You
And
too. Yep. Talk to you next week.
thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Anji.
सर ये पार्टनरशिप बिजनेस रन करते हैं इक्विटी से रिलेटेड का होता है डिफरेंट बिजनेस में पार्टनरशिप देते हैं और 30 to 14 के क्लाइंट्स हैं और 3 months की एंगेजमेंट होती है और ये 15 to 20,000 डॉलर्स एंगेजमेंट का चार्ज करते हैं और मजीद क्लाइंट भी इतने इनको चाहिए।
ठीक है। क्लियर?
जी सर।
और वो ये सब खुद बात कर चुका है कि मार्केटिंग पे मुझे फोकस करना चाहिए क्लाइंट लाने के लिए, जो डिलीवरी है, तो ये तो खुद ही अपने आप को सेल कर रहा है सारी बात में।
यस सर, बिल्कुल।
इस पे तो कोई
इसने खुद ही
मुश्किल
अपना
अपने आप
पेन
खुद
पॉइंट
है।
अपना इसने पेन खुद ही बता दिया ना।
हाँ, ये तो नेचुरल बिल्कुल फिट, जिसको वैल्यू पता है मार्केटिंग की। आपको क्लाइंट वैसे ही चाहिए होते हैं जिसको सेल ना करने पड़े, खुद ही अपने आप को सेल, वो इंटरव्यू के अंदर खुद ही अपने आप को सेल कर चुका है।
एग्जैक्टली
हैं?
बिल्कुल सर।
ठीक है, चलो समझ आई कि अगली भी
लेकिन
गई।
सर
हाँ,
ये पार्टनरशिप सर किस लेवल की होती हैं? इसमें 50 to 50% पार्टनरशिप करते हैं बिजनेस में, या 51% एक्वायर करते हैं, किस तरह से करते हैं?
नहीं ये वो पार्टनरशिप की बात नहीं कर रहा था।
अच्छा,
नहीं, जो पार्टनरशिप आपसे ही उसकी बात नहीं कर रहा था। वो कहते उनका भी यही मिशन है कि हमने हर तरह के लोगों को मिलाना है। हमारा भी मिशन है, तो हम एज ए पार्टनर काम करते हैं, हम एज ए वेंडर क्लाइंट रिलेशनशिप नहीं करते। वी बिकम ऑन द सेम साइड ऑफ द टेबल। हमारा
मतलब
दोनों
टोल
का
ब्रिज का ही वो भी काम
है।
करते हैं।
हाँ, इंक्लूजन वाला काम है ना।
अच्छा,
हाँ, ये एक ही बात करने का तरीका है।
सही।
ये वो पार्टनरशिप नहीं जो आप बात इक्विटी की, नहीं ये दे दोगे। जब किसी से बहुत सारे पैसे लेने होते हैं, दैट्स हाउ यू स्पीक दैट काइंड ऑफ लैंग्वेज। वर्ड्स आर वेरी पावरफुल। ठीक है, पैसे लेके ना गल्ला तो चंगी चंगी करी जा रहे, पैसे तो आए नहीं अजे तक।
सर सर कल फॉलो अप हुई थी, उसका क्या कहना है?
किसका?
रशिया कोरी के साथ सर, वो तो कल आई थी।
वो तो ब्रोक थी।
अच्छा, सही
टोटल ब्रोक थी।
सही।
ठीक है, वो आपने ही ढूंढी थी।
जी सर, वो
हाँ, नहीं दैट वाज ब्रोक।
उससे
क्योंकि फॉलो अप
पहले
पे
सर एक
इस तरह नहीं याद रहता। वो उसका मुझे याद है,
जी।
क्योंकि वो कोई समथिंग यूनिक था ना, वो एक्टर समथिंग फलां 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 फलां। जब वो इतनी सारी बातें करे ना, तो पीछे एनियन पीलिंग वाली बात है। फॉलो अप में तो सीधी पैसों की बात हो रही, बाकी तो बात ही नहीं कर रहा।
सही।
ठीक है, जब मैंने पूछा हाउ मेनी एक्टिव क्लाइंट्स यू गॉट राइट नाउ, तो उसको तो है एक, तो बस खत्म हो गई। जिन्होंने एक एक क्लाइंट किया है, तो उसके बाद कल ही खत्म हो गई, कल की करना। मैं तो रिकॉर्डेड कॉल ही दिखा दूंगा, तो परेशानी पड़ जाएगी। एक ही निकला बच्चों। ठीक है,
सही है सर।
ओके,
ओके सर।
थैंक यू।